Hello, I'm here with Finn Bakewell from the UK. We are in Berlin 2018 European Championships. Now, we've been here before. We've been to this exact venue in 2016.
Yeah.
You played there. I understand you did very well.
Yeah, I top forward with Pendulum and got my Worlds invite.
Well, congratulations for that. What's changed since then? I see that you're still playing the Pendulum Magician deck, but a lot's changed.
Yeah.
So if you can talk us through what you're playing now and how it's evolved.
I'm playing Pendulum Magician. This is pretty much like the spiritual successor to before Pal Draco Slayer Odd Eyes. That was 2 years ago. The way that Pendulum's changed now is obviously the main reason is the link mechanic. I'm really Electromite, and the more deck now is mostly involved summoning Electromite before the Pendulum summon, and then there's common off there.
Okay, of course we didn't have Electromite before Master Rule 4, so that's a completely new aspect of the deck. Can you show me through some of the engines that you're playing in the deck today?
The engines, well, I'm playing the Mythical Beast engine. This is a very good combo starter for not only deploying Electromite before the Pendulum summon, because this gets special summoned by this, but it's also good for setting up Jacko in the extra deck. And Jacko, in a way, is kind of like Kirin 2.0, in a sense that it's a very easy monster to get out and can negate monsters.
Okay, so that's the Mythical Beasts. And what's next on your list?
Darkworm. This is a very important card. I think in terms of utility and effects, I think it's the most broken card in this deck, because you just drag a Shrine or Foolish shit to grave, summon it, and then search a gate, which then leads to Vortex plays, and then you can keep overlaying them and always ensure you have one in grave. So for the following turns, you always have something to summon from grave.
So just an endless chain of resources, and obviously it helps get those Electromites out before the Pendulum summon.
Yeah, it is one of the best cards in this deck easily.
Okay, so recently we've lost Astrograph Sorcerer,
Yeah.
but we still have Chronograph to help put those monsters on the field.
Yes. Chronograph is pretty much the main extender, and it's also good for making Naruto as always.
Okay, so you mentioned Naruto there. With your extra deck, what sort of boards are you aiming to get out here?
Mainly 2 negates at the very least. Usually a combination or 2 negates. I play 4 negates. I aim to try to summon mainly. It's for the mostly it's Vortex and Naruto, but it can be Vortex, Jacko, or Naruto Dragster.
Okay, so that's the FA Dawn Dragster, the Synchro monster. What tuner are you using to bring that out?
I'm using Harmonizing Magician with Time Gaze, because Time Gaze is level 3 and can be summoned from Harmonizing.
Okay.
And I also play main deck Ash Bars, so if they get stuck in hand, I can just use them with level 4s to make Dragster. Excellent.
Have you got any techs in the side deck? How do you feel about the format, and what have you brought to combat it?
This format is heavily dominated by Goki and Sky Striker, and then ABC variants and Ultigeist. For Goki, I mainly use Impermanence. It was Phalo before, but I feel like Impermanence is the better card in terms of usage. Cyclone is for mainly anti-spell decks, and also just simply removing back row is also good against True Draco. And a lot of people often pick Twin Twisters over this, but I think for Pendulum, you don't really want to discard resources, so that's why I just play Cyclone. And Inspector Border was good against monster effect decks. It was mainly against Ultigeist, since they struggle to get over this, and Pure Tricksters.
Okay, so are you feeling confident with your deck for the weekend?
Yeah, I think it should do well considering.
Excellent. Well, I wish you all the best of luck, and hope to see you again soon.
Thanks, yeah.